focusing on is our sun salutation. So it's all the poses included in our sun sal A. I'm going to show you what the full flow of a sun salutation A looks like. Then I'm going to give you some modifications in between, and I'm going to run through it 2 more times just to make sure you've got it with your specific modifications. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flow through first. I'm going to talk through it, and then I'm going to add in those modifications, right? So we start our sun salutation A right at the top of our mat. Top of your mat is where you can stand and your hands can come down for like our planks and our down dogs and stuff like that, okay? So make sure you have that much space here right in the front of your mat. I will also pause to say this. If you don't think you're ready, you're warmed up enough for the sun salutation A and really get it, things like that, go back to the 30-minute warm-up. That is a general yoga warm-up, start of class type of thing that gives you that space to really warm up the full body all the way head to toe in a very general way, not specialized for any specific area of the body. So you'll be able to try any of these poses. So coming from the top of your mat, we're finding our tall spine, and we're going to find our mountain pose. Mountain pose is our tall, strong line up. Heels, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, base of the spine, zipped all the way up to the crown of the head. Think of yourself as railroad tracks or a ladder, right? You're straight up and down, and then you've got these lines across that stay parallel and keep balanced. So, tall spine, mountain pose. We inhale, sweep the arms up, fill up the lungs. As you exhale, we swan dive, arms go open wide, and we bend to the knees, fold, belly presses into the thighs, and the hands come to the mat. Let the head hang heavy for our forward fold. Again, we bend in the knees so we can touch the mat. Inhale, halfway lift here as we make space for inhaling. So we allow the chest and the belly to expand. Hands find the legs for support. And your chest is completely parallel to the mat in front of you. We're not trying to stand up here. You're not going to fall down. Just bend a little more in the knees, parallel to the mat. Exhale, plant the hands down. You're going to walk it back or step back to your plank. Long, straight line, shoulder, hip, knee, maybe shoulder, hip, knee, heel, or forearms. Lower the knees. And then chest or the full body in one piece. Untuck the toes, press the floor away, lift for your cobra, shoulders down away from the ears, long spine. We're lifting the chest, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, we tuck the toes, send those hips back. You can pass through tabletop and send the hips high to your down dog. Press the chest towards the thighs, long spine, with those shoulders release away from the ears. Bend the knees as much as needed. Sink the heels down as much as possible. Gaze forward between the hands. And you can walk your way forward to your fold. Maybe that's 2 steps or 5 steps. Whatever works for you. We're back in our forward fold. Exhale here, bend the knees. Front of the head reaches down. We inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades squeeze back, chest is parallel to the mat. Exhale, fold, touch. Inhale, press into the heels, sweep all the way up and over the head, hands coming through, reverse your swan dive. And exhale, high center. So that's your sun salutation. We start off, we go standing to standing. Things that you may notice here, okay, well, what if I can't step out that far? What if I can't step forward like that? What if I can't hold my plank? What if? I'm going to talk about some of these options and these modifications. Okay. Starting at the top of your mat, finding your tall spine, your mountain pose, you're tall and strong, that's all you are. Roll the shoulders back. We want to stack heels, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms up. If this is too wide for you, this isn't comfortable, this is a lot of work, you can sweep the arms up and forward. Small modifications. Inhale, lift. If the hands don't come to prayer overhead, that's not comfortable for you, that's fine. Keep them extended and open. Exhale, fold all the way down, touch the mat. Bend in the knees. Take your time here. Go as slow as you may need to. Bend in the knees. Belly presses into the thighs. Hands find the mat. And if you tell me that your belly is in the way, that doesn't make sense because your belly is supposed to press into your legs. So that's it. Belly presses into the thighs. Hands come down to the mat. Maybe it's not that deep. The hands are just down. That's okay. Plant the hands down. We step back. We walk it back. Find your plank. As you walk back again, your hips might go high right? They're probably going to end up here. So a lot of people end up in the down dog when they're trying to get into a plank, and a plank when they're trying to get into a down dog. Slide the chest forward, your shoulders stack on top of your wrists. If this plank does not feel good to you, right? Remember, you're in line, shoulder, hip, knee, heels, just like you're standing. That's not comfortable, bend in the knees. Belly presses down towards the mat a little bit more because we want to sit our butt back like plank. Like tabletop. That's not this. Slide it forward, plank. We're straight, shoulder, hip, knee, right? Just like for our full expression, shoulder, hip, knee, heel. Okay, shoulder, hip, knee. Wrap the elbows in. Go forward and down. Chest comes down to the mat. If you just came down and your butt is sticking up in the air, you did not go forward. Come back. Slide it forward. Think about sending the elbows back and the chest forward towards the front edge of the mat. Untuck the toes, toenails kissing the mat. And from here, you can take a baby cobra, which is just a lift in the chest, really. We inhale, lift. Look up. There's really no weight in the hands. Baby cobra, if that cobra, the full extension or more, is just too much for your back, maybe you get in class or whatever, you don't have to take it, and that's okay. You want to take the cobra, your hands are planted underneath your shoulders, press the floor away, lift. You can keep the elbows bent as much as you need to here. Squeeze them into the sides of the body to give yourself some support. Shoulders down away from the ears, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send those hips back. Maybe you pass, if you want to come to tabletop instead of down dog, you're here. Find your way to your tabletop, slide the hands back, find your stacked. If you want to go up to down dog, we're already here. We send those hips back. And we keep going. Send the hips high, press the chest towards the thighs. Stay long line, wrist, shoulder, hip, knee, heel. You can again bend in knees as much as needed, sink the heels down as much as possible for your down dog. The third option is to come to dolphin. So here, from your cobra, when we send the hips back, we're also going to bring the forearms down, then tuck the toes, and send the hips high for your dolphin. It's the same shape as your down dog, but the forearms are down, taking the weight out of your hands and your wrists. But it's also maybe putting more pressure in your shoulders, and you may not like that, even though it seems like it's supposed to be easier, right? So if you don't like it, you don't like it. Your body may not like it, and that's okay. We are finding the version that your body likes. Okay, so those three options, we find our way back, down dog, dolphin, or tabletop. And then we got to find our way forward again to our forward fold. So from here, maybe you can just take little bends in the knees and little tiptoes forward and work your way forward until you can pick the hands up, walk the feet forward, and find your fold. Maybe the way that's usually called in class is either we take a step forward or we lift three-legged down dog and take a step forward with one big step. That one big step might not be enough for you. Your foot might not come all the way forward between the hands. Fine. Step the other foot forward, figure it out. And I know figure it out is such a bad instruction, but honestly, once you're here, you're so close. It's just, it doesn't feel that way because you haven't done it. Okay. Or you have the option of coming back down to the knees, or if you're on tabletop, this is your option, right? Coming back down to the knees, sweep one leg forward, tuck the back toes, step the other foot forward to meet it, find your fold. You're there. Again, bend in the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades squeeze back. Hands find the legs. Exhale, fold the touch. Inhale, press into the heels, sweep all the way up and over the head, hands to prayer. Slide down to right side. And you're back in your mountain pose. Yay. So, when you think about all those changes that I just made, all the options that I just gave you, some may feel right. Some may still feel like too much work. Some may feel too easy. If you feel like this is way too easy, absolutely, go to a different version. If you feel like this is really hard, maybe you want to make a modification. The reason people feel like classes aren't beginner friendly is because after that second or third time giving all the modifications, stop at least. Because it's a lot for us to say. We want people to get deeper into the poses, and we want you to really feel how that works in your body. So if I keep telling you exactly what to do and you're just torturing yourself, that's not the class for you. You have to be able to take that in as well. So I'm going to run through the sun salutation 2 more times. You can come with me, take whatever modifications that you like, and understand that if you do have more questions, if you do have other things you want to ask, you can ask those in the comments. This is not an ending conversation. There are going to be more posts to come up, but you have to make the decision when you're on your own in a class to actually do the version that makes sense for your body. No one else can do that for you. Coming to the top of your mat. Find your tall spine. Mountain pose. We are stacked. Heels, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. Base of the spine, sit it up to the crown of the head, nice and tall. Roll the shoulders up, back, down, and around just one time. Following the ears. Nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands come to prayer overhead. Exhale, fold, touch the mat, bend in the knees, hands find the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Exhale, plant those hands down, walk your way back, find your way back to your plank. Send the shoulders forward over the wrists. Wrap the elbows in, lower your way down, knees bend, chest, more full body in one piece. Press the floor away, inhale, lift. Shoulders down away from the ears. Lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the toes, engage the core, send the hips up and back. Down dog, dolphin, or tabletop. Long, flat spine, no matter where you are. Bend in the knees as much as needed, sink the heels down as much as possible. Gaze forward. Find your way forward to your fold. Maybe you come down to the knees again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades face back. Exhale, fold, touch the mat. Inhale, press into the heels, sweep all the way up and over the head. Hands come to prayer and slide down through heart center. You're right back where you started. Every breath is a movement. When we inhale, we are doing a pose that gives us space. When we exhale, we are doing a pose that takes space away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Belly presses into the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, shoulder blades face back. Exhale, plant the hands down. Find your way back to your version of plank. Wrap the elbows in, lower your way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips back. Down dog, dolphin, or tabletop. Wrap those elbows in. Shoulders away from the ears, long, flat spine. Gaze forward. Find your way forward to your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades squeeze back. Exhale, fold, touch the mat. Inhale, press into the heels, sweep all the way up and over the head. Hands come to prayer. And we slide down through heart center, exhale. And you're back here, right in your mountain pose, exactly where we started. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. If you want a little bit more, check any of the other videos that I have on my page. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, send it to your mama, everybody. Right? And that's how we can support each other in this. I look forward to working with you again sometime very soon.